Hey gang, this will be a channel message for you for your highest good, and I trust that this video found you at the right time. There might be a need to go slow here, slower than you are potentially used to, and really get into that receptive mode. I feel like if you're watching this, you might be quite sensitive right now and very stimulated and receiving a lot of external information. So just sit back and observe and really get into that mode where you're not using your mind to problem solve, but instead you are more in your body and you are receiving divine guidance and insights from your higher self and just letting it flow into you and flow through you and really be that channel, and you will see quite clearly what is needed. So I'm getting you're coming from a place where you've really had your head down and you've been working, and potentially it's like, I get that you're putting too much stock into the thoughts that you're having about your situation, and it's like you're wondering back and forth, do I act on this? Is what I'm seeing real? Is the external? Is it? Am I in trouble here? Am I gonna run out of money for some of you, or you're trying to improve a financial situation? And it's like, really, I feel like you're thinking a lot and you've been working a lot. And like I was saying before I pulled the cards, potentially it may be better to, instead of using the brain to actively problem solve, if you just observe without then trying to come up with the story and connect the dots in your mind and say, well, this is because of this and this is happening because of this. Just don't worry about the story. Just be quiet and go back into your body and just feel the feelings that are coming up. The fear. Are you feeling it in your chest, in your heart, or anywhere, your hands? And just observe. And you'll see things will start to come up for you. Thoughts that you know are not generated by that computer, but thoughts that you're receiving that are actually for your highest good here. Because you're not trying to take control of the situation in your mind. This is you, the Queen of Swords in reverse. There's definitely a need here to come at this from a different place. You need a different perspective, I feel. Because trying to solve these problems, it's going to exacerbate the situation. What situation is this? Yeah, it's like a lack of comfortability. Nine of Cups in reverse. It's like a need to move, a need to keep moving. There's a situation in your life that it's like potentially you need rest or you need time, and you will be given that time to heal. I feel like for some of you, maybe your nervous system needs healing, but there's a fear that if you slow down, things are going to stop working for you or your money's going to get worse. But there's faith needed here. And there's help that's around you. I feel like for some of you, there's help that you're not seeing. There might be people that can give you advice or give you their time. Even they can help you with things, maybe not give you money directly, but they can give you their time, help you with a problem you're having. Asking for extensions on things. I'm getting bills. Ask for a payment plan. Ask to push it back. Make that phone call and come up with a plan, and then give yourself the time to heal. Put one step in front of the other, I'm getting one foot in front of the other. And really be in that moment, and don't project your thoughts onto the future and worrying about the action you're taking and where it's going to lead. I feel like there's a need to quieten everything down and stop trying to problem solve. Be in the body, let the emotions come up, receive intuitive guidance from the divine and your higher self, and then put one foot in front of the other and observe while you're doing this, and watch how the external will start giving you this time that you heal, that you need to heal, I'm sorry. What are we healing? The Tower. It's like something's happened. There's been big change. You're changing at a rapid rate. You're expanding. It's not a bad thing, but expansion takes time, and the body needs time to adapt. The body moves at a pace that is slower than the mind, and it can't necessarily keep up with new thoughts and new ideas. You've set the intention for whatever this is. Could be a relationship, but I'm really getting financial, something to do with money, finances, and wanting to be comfortable. It's like you need time to heal, and you need money to do that, or at least that's your perception. There's been some kind of big event in your life. It could be a health thing. So I keep saying you need healing, nervous system healing. We clarify the Tower. The World in reverse. It's like you have, like I was saying, you've set the intention for something, and you have a big dream, a big goal, some point of completion that you're trying to reach. And I feel that this point of completion has something to do with your health, and you feel that maybe getting to this point and reaching this milestone will then give you the time, it will allow you the chance to heal. But what's happening is, I feel potentially you might be sending this message to Source that you're working on something. That's, you're holding the vibration of, I'm working towards something and I don't have time to heal right now. I will heal when I get there. And that's the vibrational message you might be sending. But instead, like I was saying, trust that everything is working for you in divine timing, in the sense that when you slow down and you give yourself time to heal and you slowly take action, not worrying about where it's going to lead, things will rearrange themselves so that you have time to heal on this journey, and the space will open up. Just have faith. Just have faith here. How can we have faith? What's going to make it easier? The Empress. Know that you can create, always. You are an intelligent person who can problem solve. And going back to what I was saying at the beginning, it may be working against you a little bit because you're in problem solving mode. But I feel like it may be more effective for you to get into that receptive mode. And your receptivity, and part of that can be knowing that you can problem solve if the situation is needed. So don't project into the future and worry about all of the problems that you might have to solve. Instead, sit back, nurture yourself, give yourself that self-care, that self-love, and give yourself the time first. And go back into your body and take a deep dive into your consciousness on a deeper level, as your subconscious level wants to speak to you. It has messages for you. It has gifts for you. A higher perspective. It has higher knowledge for you. And just know that when a situation comes up where you need to problem solve, you do have that ability. You're creative and intelligent, and you can work hard. You can put your head down and work towards things. I feel like a lot of you have been doing that for a long time. And there's a reward here for you. Spirit wants to reward you. It wants you to win. It wants you to win the race. Feeling really emotional. You're a winner. You are. And it's going to come from your belief in that. That's where you're really going to start to see results. When you slow down and turn the focus and the attention back on yourself. Give the attention to yourself. Where attention goes, energy flows. And when you start putting the attention back on yourself and your body and your own nervous system, you'll start to regenerate. You'll have the energy. You'll have the clarity. I feel like clarity is so important right now. Having a clear mind is what you need. It's going to solve your problems for you. You don't need to sit there and do all the calculations and work it out and do all the work and carry the burden. You're abundant. You're spiritually abundant. You're creatively abundant. You have ideas. You have this vision. It's going to help you and other people, and you're going to create the space. But live in the end now. Live in that feeling that you've gotten what you want. Despite what the external is saying. Live in the end. And give yourself the time to heal. And like magic, everything is going to rearrange itself for you. What's going to rearrange? What are we bringing into the world here? What are we creating? Desert Vision Quest. It's like you're trying to create something so that you can heal. But I don't think this healing is you sitting around. I don't think you want that. I think you want to go on an adventure or something. I think you want to go on a quest. I think you want excitement in your life again. I feel like you want purpose. You want to find yourself and your soul and reconnect to your soul and things that light you up and make you want to get out of bed. And that's going to heal. Potentially you have moments where you have all this energy and you go, where's this energy coming from? I'm exhausted, or at least I have been. And now I can do all this stuff. And then your vibration shifts and you move up and down, and it's like you want purpose and an adventure that's going to heal you. Interesting. Crystals, focus. It's like you don't want all of this noise. I've never pulled this card before. It's amazing. Look. I've never pulled that. Purple might be significant here. I'm seeing a lot of purple and pink. Flowers and crystals. Purple and pink might be significant. The higher chakras here. It wants you to connect. But it wants you to do it in a way where you're grounded first in who you are, and you know who you are. I was saying before, like, putting your attention on yourself is going to allow you to regenerate. And you will connect on a deeper level with who you are in this world, your identity. You will know clearly. And that will allow you to connect all the way up to the top. I'm getting like Kundalini awakening for some of you. Kundalini poses, yoga. But it starts with you at the bottom. Because if you're not grounded in anything and you don't have roots that are moving further and further down into the earth, there's no stability. And when you connect, you'll fly away. You forget who you are. Like you're struggling with this. You want to be well-rounded in the sense that you want to know who you are, and you want to share your love and feel your love and speak your truth and connect to your higher faculties. But it starts at the ground. You got to build this from the bottom up. And this is going to come from slowing right down and reconnecting with who you are. And shift your focus away from the external. And don't try to solve these problems. You can't solve a problem on the level that it was created. A very famous quote. And I cannot remember who. Shout outs to whoever came up with that quote, because it's a banger. You need to come at it from a different level, a different perspective. And you want to go on this quest to find yourself. But you are yourself within. It's in you. And it wants to share that. It wants to share it with you. It has that as a gift. It's in the form of a gift of higher knowledge. And things are going to start to fall in place for you. You give yourself that grace and trust in Source. It wants to give it to you. It wants you to win. Island. Solitude. You may need to... Sorry. I'm getting really emotional. You may need to separate yourself or isolate yourself a little bit. Not in a really bad way, like you don't have to cut everyone out, but you need time. Whew. You need time to yourself to work this stuff out and reconnect with yourself. And there's too much external stimulation right now. I feel like you might be really sensitive. Like I'm feeling it right now. You might be really emotionally sensitive. And you need to avoid overstimulation and harsh situations, harsh relationships and chemicals, substances. And withdraw your energy and turn your focus, crystals, focus back within yourself. Solitude. Any advice from the moon? I love it. A new start is coming. And there's that purple and pink again that I was talking about. It's coming. And I feel like your higher self, it wants to give it all to you in the form of guidance. It wants to guide you and direct you. And getting back in touch with yourself and in your body and healing your nervous system, it's going to do so much for you. It's going to solve all of these problems, and this too shall pass. It will. You have all the skills. You're intelligent, you're creative, you're abundant spiritually. And just have faith. Any final advice? Have faith in your dreams. Literally, as I said, have faith. Have faith in your dreams. And there's that pink and the purple again. There's so much of it. It wants you to connect. It wants you to be grounded enough to connect with it so it can guide you. Totally just want to leave it there. I'm going to pull a gratitude card and then let's just kick it, keep it short. It's so perfect, you know. Thank you for this reading. It was such an honor to do this reading for you and to share this with you. And I really appreciate you doing this work. This gratitude card, it says, give yourself a big loving hug. It's so beautiful. So do that. Give yourself a big loving hug. And what I'm getting to, I'm going to read this card, but take a second to thank your body for everything that it's done, because it's been through a lot. And you have these big goals and these big plans for expansion. And your body's just been doing it and doing it and doing it. And you are continuing to think and problem solve and act from the brain. But take a second to stop and do a body scan and say to your body, tell it, I appreciate everything that you've been doing for me. Body, thank you. I think it really wants that. And it really wants that hug and the recognition, because the body's an amazing thing. It will heal and regenerate, and it will act instinctually, and there's generations and there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of years of DNA activation that is there for you, that has been guiding you. It's a beautiful machine. It's a beautiful organic soul machine that it wants to give you everything. And just take a second to say, body, thank you. I appreciate everything you've been doing for me. So give yourself a big loving hug. On the back here it says, slow down and focus on what your body is capable of. Can you run or swim? Dance like no one is watching? Touch your toes? Appreciate everything your body does for you each day. And say out loud 3 things that you love and appreciate about your body. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for doing this work, and I really appreciate you sharing this space with me. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.